Good morning, Chi Gang. Morning, 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 morning. Good morning, good morning. Morning, morning. Running a little bit late this morning. It's okay though. We're just about okay. 2 minutes past. Thank you, Nikki. I've got my tap. I've got my. Do you want to come in? Put my down there. Okay. Right. Want to come in, Fergus?
No, I'm going.
You sure? Okay. I'll see you in a bit. Love you. Right. Good morning, everybody. Right. Have an open window, please. Good morning, Catherine. No Jules this morning. Catherine's very kindly answering all your questions. Do you know what? I went to bed really early last night. I was so tired. I'd been filming all afternoon, and we'd launched Hey You Fit. There was so much going on, and I was so tired. Poor Mr. Brindle wanted to watch. We're watching a really good box set at the moment called My Brilliant Friend. It's Italian. Oh, so good. He's like, oh, come on, darling, one more. I was like, oh, dear God, I've got to go to bed. So all right then. So he switched off to Match of the Day or whatever he does, or something political when I'm not there. And then I went off to sleep, and then at 2 o'clock this morning, I was just wide awake. Oh, so annoying. So then, of course, I fell back to sleep, and then I slept in because I didn't hear my alarm. So here we all are. Anyway, never mind. Obviously, I didn't do my own things last night. What I didn't do, actually, was I didn't wash my feet before I went to bed last night because I was so tired. I just kind of like took my makeup off and then sort of went off to sleep. Hello, Salvador. Hello, darling. Hello, say hi to everyone. Right, keep tapping. It's a family show. Kids, dogs, right, Fidel and Salvador are now going to have a fight. Anyway, I didn't do my own advice. I was so exhausted I couldn't do it. So I didn't wash my feet and I didn't wash on my chest. And I fell fast asleep because I was exhausted. And then guess what? I woke up. But all the dogs are in now. Good morning, Fenomen. Guys, we're on Instagram. Can we pretend to be perfect, please? Thank God Instagram has moved away from perfection, and now the reality of life with me, with crazy hair and crazy dogs and all the rest of it, is now apparently trending. Apparently it's far more acceptable to be normal and not that great, which is perfect for me. It's perfect. Right, let's just twist. So anyway, that was just a lesson to everyone to say, I didn't heed my own advice last night, and then guess what? I didn't sleep as well as normal. Because normally I do all of that gubbins for about half an hour before I go to sleep. I wash on my face, and I wash on my chest, and I wash on my wobbly bits, and I wash my feet, and I do all of that, and then I go to bed, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up the next day, and it's all great. And it all went a bit wrong. But never mind, we're here, and the great thing about this lovely session that we do each morning is that every morning when I wake up and I lie there going, oh, I'm so comfortable, I don't want to get up, and then I think, oh, it's Qigong. Oh, actually, I do want to get up. I really like doing this. You see, it's all about the topic of the day, pleasure. Okay, so on that note, let's just start pleasing ourselves with a bit of shaking. Okay, so I thought today, when I was thinking, well, I don't think about what I'm talking about today, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was thinking about, right, what am I going to talk about in tomorrow's class? And I was thinking, right, I'm going to talk about the pleasure factor, because we've just launched Hey You Fit. And as all of you know, I refuse to go and do like really energetic exercise in the gym because I'm not doing it because I don't like it. And I've spent far too many hours of my life, let me just shut the door, far too many hours of my life doing it in the pursuit of my size 8 figure, which in case you haven't noticed, I don't have. And this is the point of launching animals, because I do like Qigong, and hopefully if you're doing this feed, you do too. And the great thing about Qigong is that it can be dynamic. It is like a dance, because I like dancing as well, as anyone who knows me also knows that, hence why I go to Ibiza, although there wasn't any dancing this year. But anyway, I like it anyway. So the animal movements, these movements that we do, they can become a dance, okay? So like when we're doing, you know, this, and shake your body, that's why I like doing it, because it's dancing and it makes the body go into a slightly altered state. And I'm not talking about some crazy drug-infused nightclub in Ibiza. That's not what I mean at all. What I mean is that if you do dancing properly, it just takes the body slightly out of its normal parameters, it stretches the boundaries, and it deconfines you, it liberates you, okay? And that's what we do with these movements. But to start with, they're kind of slow and structured, but when you start going into these flows, they become like a dance. And then they become, come in, darling. And then they become dynamic. And then they do become really vigorous. And they can be, and they're really good fun. And they're really pleasurable. And the point is, it's enjoyable to do it. That's what I love about Qigong. And that's what I'm really excited about, the fact that we've now managed finally to pull it all together into Hey You Fit. And now I've got the brilliant Aaron, and now I've got Jess and Sandra all on board, teaching you 1, 2, 3 steps, okay? And by the time you finish the 3rd lessons of the animal flow, you're then able to do these master flows, which Aaron's going to start doing. Which is when it's a symphony of all of it. And I'm so excited about it because I've got 1 more week to go. Because basically, we've only just launched the animals. They start next week. I'm doing the class. I'm on the 6:30, by the way, for the week, because I haven't actually done them properly yet. I mean, I've messed about. Oh, Gloria! How are the dogs? Gloria, come say hi. Keep shaking, everybody. Let me just introduce you. This is my daughter's dog. This is Gloria. Say hi. Hi, everyone. Right, you go to your mummy. There you are. Right, they're having a little lie-in. They're having a little lie-in in the corner of the room whilst we do Qigong. Okay, everyone. Right, so that's the idea of these animals, is that it's all about getting yourself ready to go into the master flow, okay? So the idea is I'm going to do the animals next week at 6:30 with Aaron. And then after that, we start the master flows, because by then, the early adopters, i.e. you guys, are able to join me in these master flows with Aaron. And that becomes the exercise, if you want to do it. And then it's a symphony of everything. It's a bit of this, and then it's the 12 rivers and the heaven and the earth and these dynamic animal movements. And the idea is this is just going to be 1 hour long pleasure fest of movement, okay? And it's going to really nail your shape, okay? And your wellness and your health. Right, what we're doing now, we've done that. Right, let's do some tapping. And the idea is to enjoy it, okay? All about enjoyment, which is why I've held myself back from sort of cheating behind the scenes and doing something that I'm not telling anyone. I'm not doing that. Everything I'm doing together. We're doing it as a group. We're doing it as a Qigong. There, just if you don't have a tapper, use a loosely clenched fist. Really enjoy this spot, or just here. This is much better than that. If that doesn't do anything at all, this or gua sha, okay? If you've got a tapper, use it. There we go. Just use your tapper if you've got one. If not, use a loosely clenched fist. Remember, all of these exercises you can do if you're not feeling great. If you're in bed, just go gently, gently, gently. Breathe, enjoy the community. Tap with your fingertips, tap lightly with the tapper. Focus on the breath. Shrink the movement. Never force, just enjoy. And I think that's the thing about this, is to really think about the pleasure factor, because the other thing about pleasure is it comes from the heart. And the heart is the emperor of the body, okay? And the emperor rules the whole body. So the body is controlled by the organs. 12 organs, 12 flows in the organs, but the whole lot is controlled by the heart. That's why in Chinese medicine, the heart is divided into 4, not 2. Okay, it's so important. It's got four chains of command attached to it. Okay, so that's what's going on. And the thing is, when you love something, when you love doing something, you just want to do it because you love it. It makes you feel good. Okay. When you force yourself to do something, that's the kidneys. That's willpower. I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock every morning and I'm going for a run. Even though I hate doing it, I'm doing it. And if you like doing it, fantastic. Personally, I just didn't like doing it. Well, I didn't quite like it when I was actually sort of doing it and got out and stuff out there. And afterwards, I was like, yeah, okay, I quite like it now. But that bit beforehand, when it's slashing it down with rain in the middle of November in England and it's 6 in the morning and I'm tired, I'm lying in bed, I'm thinking, actually, I really don't want to do this. I really, really don't. It didn't work anyway. It didn't produce the desired results. Why? Because it's not strengthening the organs. It's just working on the musculoskeletal system and not necessarily very well at that either. Because lots of people get injuries from running. Lots and lots and lots. Why do I know that? Because they all end up in my clinic. Going, yes, I was training for a marathon and blah, 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 blah. And you think, oh my God. So especially as you get older, not a great idea. That's why Qigong's so good, because it strengthens the organs. And from the organs getting strong, the body takes shape. It's that way round. I can't emphasise that enough. And it's really exciting because we just, no one realised. Everyone's like, yeah, but let me just go to the gym and then I'll think about what you're talking about. It's like, no. And then they go, yeah, but I like that kind of exercise feeling. I'm like, yeah, I know, well, this can be really dynamic. And we're going to make it dynamic for you, okay, so that we cover all the bases. But the point is that it's pleasurable. And the minute it's pleasurable, the heart gets involved, and the heart just wants to do it because it loves it. Like every morning when we wake up and we do this, we go, oh, goody, qigong, yay. There's nothing, oh, God, oh, I've got to tap myself. Oh, it's exhausting. No, it's not. It's nice. Okay? So the problem is when you get the willpower involved, when like, I must do this, I've got to lose weight, I've got to sort myself out, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to make myself get right. That's willpower. And that sits in the kidneys. And not everybody's got much kidney energy left because the kidneys are also responsible for the aging process, for fight or flight, for bone density, energy levels, and they're getting walloped all the time. So as you're getting older, your capacity for willpower gets less and less. You just haven't got it in you to do it. I can certainly tell you that that's the case for me because I had great willpower when I was younger and I could sit there, no, I won't have any bread, and no, I'm not going to have any lunch. I think I was the earliest girl in my school to have an eating disorder. I was like all over it. But as you get older, these kind of patterns of behaviour, if the organs get weaker, which mine have, then the emotion attached to it, that kind of willpower, it weakens at the same time. So that means it's very difficult for you to make yourself do it. After a while, you just kind of can't do it. And you go, oh, I'm so useless, I can't do it. Oh, what's my problem? Why can't I do it? Why can't I make myself get up? So the idea of KU Fit and Katie Brindle and the Qigong and everything is to set you up to succeed, okay? To first of all, to embrace our flaws and love ourselves anyway, because you know what, it's all right. The second thing of all is, of course, to get well, okay? Because my parameter in life is to make you healthy. Now, healthy also involves being in shape, but in that order. Healthy first, being in shape second. And the reason we're in that order is because it is in that order. A healthy body is healthy organs, so you have to focus on the organs first, which is why we put the legwork in with the organs and the gua sha and the breathing and the qigong and the information and the book and the fact sheets and all the stuff that we talk about. But the healthy body comes off the back of that, okay? And it's all about enjoying it and all about setting yourself up to succeed, which is what we're going to do. So with that in mind, of course we do our qigong in the morning, which we do together, but also we put up all sorts of interesting things on the stories to help you. Like one of our qigong ladies, she put up this brilliant wall chart for Self-Care September, which I'm sorry to say I actually didn't know was going on. I feel really guilty that I'm a self-care expert and that totally passed me by. I was like, oh no, I can't believe it. So we sort of hurriedly rushed some stuff up yesterday. I thought, do you know what? I don't need to make it. It's not Self-Care September. It's self-care. Full stop, okay? Not just in September, just do it, okay? And we're going to make it fun for you. So let's just go into our war dance, okay? And then we're going to carry on talking about things that I'm going to help you with Self-Care September / Self-Care full stop, okay? Because I totally missed the month. In fairness, we were launching KU Fit. And going live with the new programme of Instagram live feeds and a million other things. I'm afraid it did slightly pass me by, but no, it doesn't matter. Let's go to our healing sound. So we know what this is about. I've explained it all before because the topic of the day is pleasure. Okay, so let's make some space for some pleasure by getting rid of some old rubbish that we don't need in our bodies anymore. So right, let's just go into that lovely binary sound of boom, 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 boom. Enjoy it. It's all about pleasure today. Something for the weekend, ladies. Let's do it. And let's go to the lungs. I'm feeling at the moment very lungy at this time of year. Let's just do these lovely long sounds, okay? So you can drum or you can hold if you'd rather, but intent. Get your intention in gear. Go into your lungs with your third eye. Breathe in. Breathe in. Always make sure you see your hands at the side. Okay, heart. Let's go to the anxiety. Ready? And it's like a seam of air coming out from down here, from through the heart. Breathe in. Get those animals out. Crazy ladies, come on. Right, go to your spleen on your left-hand side. After about 6 months of doing this, we've discovered that my left is indeed your left. me making it way too complicated. But anyone that knows me knows that I cannot work technology. It is a miracle I'm on air every day. It's actually a miracle of technology. So let's go to the spleen. Think about getting rid of worry and really push it. Breathe in. Let go, breathe in. Go to the liver on the right hand side. Get rid of anger, frustration, resentment, pissing, not being pissed off by some stupid person. Right, breathe in. Breathe in. Go to the kidneys, just hold them or drum the front. Breathe in. Think fear, get rid of the fear, and breathe in. Back to the heart. Breathe in. Okay, now we've got some space. Now we've done our crazy people. Slightly quieter at the moment, not quite so dynamic because we're coming out of that heart fire summertime, and we're going more into the autumn and slightly subtler moves, slightly better for the body, slightly going towards the yin side. So, Kelly, are you there with the stopwatch? Right, Catherine, you're going to have to make me laugh because Jules isn't here today. Catherine's like, what? I'm trying to answer questions. This is what happened yesterday, Catherine. I was like, Jules, come on, you got to make me laugh. It's laughing time. Jules, like, for God's sake. And of course, made me laugh in the process, and it's working again. So come on, let's go. Thank you, Kelly. And poor Catherine, I know. It's like, Catherine, make me laugh. Say something funny. It's like, Catherine's like, oh. Keep drumming your tummy, guys. It's really good. Get that laughter deep into the abdomen, okay? That's why I'm looking like a penguin. Make them laugh, make them laugh. No pressure. Anybody watching this on YouTube or IGTV right now, can I just tell you, everyone's absolutely pissing themselves laughing. It's ridiculous. Exactly. And then Jules yesterday's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, sorry, my daughter's in the room. Sorry, Luke. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, my God. Come on, Kelly. That's got to be a minute, surely. I'm just going to fling my arms open with wild around. Get it into the chest. Get it into the heart. There we go. We're done. Oh, thank God. God, blimey. Honestly. It was so much easier when Trini was here, honestly. She was bouncing off me. I could have laughed for hours and hours and hours. It's ridiculous. It's so funny when you're doing it on your own. Anyway. We've done it, right. We filled our wire Buddhas with endorphins, which is what we want. Today it's all about pleasure. How pleasurable is this? Your body feels alive, and that's what we want. When you have a high energetic charge, let me do this, I love this one. Right, when you're doing this, okay, this, send it up. Get your energy up like this, okay, this is what you want, up, not, And if you go down into these low base emotions and sort of not moving around and not happy and not enjoying yourself, this goes down. And by the way, food is part of that, okay, this is why I'm not a fan of these Nazi diets. I will put, let's go into our, oh no, we've got to do healing sounds, yeah, haven't we? Oh right, okay, sorry. I'll go back into that tirade in a second. Right. So just take your hands. You can drum or you can hold. Let's go to your lungs. Go to the high virtue of gratitude. Breathe in. Breathe into the heart, This is about joy and universal love. Lots of farting. Don't worry about the farting, guys. Breathe in, go to the spleen. This is about worry and bringing in integrity in the path of righteousness. Whoa. I can feel it vibrating on that pitch. Whoa. Go to the right hand side. This is about kindness, compassion, benevolence, compassion again. Sorry, I've said that twice, but it's so important. Thank you, Lotus Flower. Trust me, it's Trini. It's her BFF. I promise you, I'm not. Trust me, she doesn't pay me to say that. She doesn't need to. But she gave me some when I went in when I first met her, and I was like, oh, this is good. And oh, it's really good. I slap it on. It's really good. It's the best product. I love it. And by the way, it's got SPF in it. I'm such a traitor, aren't I? It's got SPF 30 in it. I'm like, oh, now what do I do? I was like, oh, I'm just going to whack it on anyway. Back to the heart. And then just tap at the top of the head. I'm in full Trini. This is all Trini. She's brilliant because, right, now we can go into this and I can start going back to what I was talking about. Trini is brilliant because her makeup takes about 2 minutes to put on, if that. Okay, and trust me, before this live feed at 8 in the morning, or 3 minutes past most mornings, I can tell you, I am frantically putting Trini makeup on so that I look vaguely presentable to you guys on camera, and her makeup's fab. And I love it so much that now when I do QVC and I need to put sort of stage makeup, because it's different when you're on telly, you have to put like different products on, I've completely lost the hang of it. I can't remember how to do any of it. And I look really stupid. I need to get back into practice. But her stuff's so good. Her BFF, in my opinion, is absolutely like one of my desert island products. In fact, I did a post, which will be going up soon, I did it in Ibiza, of my morning routine, because I thought since you're like me getting my kit off in the shower, I thought, right, well, I'll show you me looking absolutely horrendous first thing. And what do I do? And it's Sovril Angel Balm, which is the cleanser, followed by Hair You Oil and Crystals, followed by Trini BFF. And by the time you've done that, you look really good. And it's great. So thank you, Alexandra Sovril and Trini, for your great products. And that's what I do. That's what I recommend for the busy lady that hasn't really got time for anything more than that. Now, let's go back to where we were. So where I was talking was about pleasure. Okay, so when we're talking about diets, I know up on my fact sheets, I put my austerity plan up there because for me, I have a lot of meals and things like that in my life because of the nature of what I do with my husband, and we go away and we do various different things, and then of course I'm not very good at resisting things when they're put in front of me. So the way that I balance things out is I enjoy that, and I give myself the sort of 80-20 rule. And the 80-20 rule is 80% sort of absolutely spot on and 20% wiggle room for a little bit of what you fancy does you good. And in my opinion, that's the right balance, and that's what the Chinese doctors say as well. But sometimes in my life, that 80-20 goes completely out the window, and it's more like sort of 60-40 or 50-50, and that's no good for me. I don't have the type of body that can cope with that, so I go off balance quite quickly. So that's my kind of strict plan that I then do to kind of get myself back into the right zone. Okay, but as soon as I've got myself back again, and I've done a couple of weeks of that, then I'm back on my 80-20. Why? Because it's not good for the body to be in a permanent state of sort of deprivation. Okay, these really strong diets that probably loads of you've done, I know I've done them, Cambridge, and I've done all of it. They don't do you any favours. Okay, what they do is that they weaken the body. So what you want is a really sort of just basically something super healthy, where you're just doing everything right for a couple of weeks. If you've been on holiday and you just slightly push the boat out and you think, oh dear, I need to get things back into check again, then it's that. It's just giving you a reminder of really hardcore good practice, which is nonetheless healthy, okay? But it's not just about the food. And it's not about getting up at 6 in the morning and going to the gym and running on the treadmill either. It's about strengthening the organs. Let's go the other way. It's about taking the body deeper into its possibilities in these hours that we spend in movement, okay? Bodies are designed to move. But bodies are also designed to enjoy themselves. Bodies like enjoyment. So it's really important to just enjoy the sort of the 80-20 balance and enjoy the strict bits and enjoy the loosening up bits. It's all about pleasure. None of it is about suffering. The minute you start suffering, you're lowering your vibration and you're weakening your chi, and then you're weakening your organs, which means you're actually working against yourself and you won't get the results. What you want to do is work with yourself. So you work into pleasure and you enjoy every step of the way. Enjoy the treats and enjoy the structure, the strictness. The structure is the metal. That's the lungs, that's the strict, that's the sort of the control. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, okay? That's just a structure. Like the lovely Qigong lady that put that tick chart up that we put up onto the story for you to share. So if you give yourself a tick box exercise each day and go, right, each day I'm going to do this. And it's not starve myself, skip breakfast, go to the gym, have a miserable time and watch everyone else enjoy themselves. Okay, that is not on this checklist. The checklist is do Qigong, do my breathing, meditate, chew my food, eat my meals at the right time, make sure I'm looking after myself, do the animals course if I've done the other two, do the 12 rivers if I haven't done that, make time to exercise, maybe see a friend and go for a walk, be in nature, enjoy combing in the shower, gua sha before bed. These are, indulge in the bath salts and just have a Heiyu bath whilst meditating. These are the things on our checklist. And lo and behold, the excitement about that is that it works. The thing is, it works. Right, let's just go around here. So in honour of Self-Care September, which I forgot about, but technically we are in week 1, we will put some more checklists up for you today of things to do. I mean, I've just talked about most of them anyway. There's no great surprises. It's stuff that I say anyway. It's all in the fact sheets anyway. Eat your food at regular times. That's good for your body. Allow yourself time to go into nature, even if it's just at the weekends, or even if you're in a city and when you walk past a tree, you just take in a big breath of air because you're bringing in that lovely, intense tree energy, okay? Make time to be with your friends, even if you're just on Skype, okay? Just have a conversation with them. Hug. Look at beautiful things. Spend time in beauty and aesthetics. Spend time on yourself. These are the things that make your organs strong. And then if you add in the Qigong and get those organs strong, okay, I can't emphasize this enough. The more you strengthen your organs, the better the shape that your body ends up in, okay? And then if you attack it from the outside as well with a bit of shower combing on your wobbly bits, and then eat a nice regular balanced diet at the right time, chewing your food, the right habits, in the right lighting, read my digestion chapter. It talks about all this stuff, listening to classical music. All of this will get the results that you want, okay? So I'm just looking at that comment, I can't see it. How about keeping the muscles strong or cardio health? Okay, well, cardio health is Qigong is all about cardio health, okay? Right, so let's just get yourselves back let's just do some lifting in the sky whilst we talk about that. So on that note, bring your muscles really, really tight in this exercise, okay? Really, don't just stand here. Pull in, pull up, pull so that it's like almost like, wow, I don't think I can pull anymore, and breathe in. The thing is, cardio health, the problem with cardiovascular exercise as we think of it, other than walking, by the way, Chinese are great fans of walking, is that when you strain the body, okay, you're straining the organs. What you want to do is have the body relaxed so that all of the movement and the breath strengthens the organs rather than weakens them, because the breath is the number one healing modality to the body. So you want that breath to get into those organs. So these exercises will strengthen the cardio. These are just the warming up ones that you're doing with me at the moment. We go into them more when we do the swimming dragon and the spinning mandarins towards the end. Okay, those are the ones where it starts to become cardio. You can feel that you have a light sweat and that you're ever so slightly kind of like breathy. You can hear it when I'm doing it. You can hear me slightly, not out of breath, but you can hear the difference. And when you start doing the 12 rivers and the heaven and earth, that's the effect that you'll get from all of those exercises. And then eventually when you get to the flow, when you've done all 3 levels, so you've done 12 rivers, heaven and earth, and animals, and then you're ready for the master flow, then you will find it's a proper workout, okay, but it's relaxing. It's relaxing yet dynamic. And you've got that amazing exercise feeling, and it will give you the results because it works at health, and then the body shape comes as a result, okay? That's the same as all the beauty techniques I've been talking to you about for the last however many years I've been doing it, 7 I think now. That beauty is an exterior manifestation of your interior health. So is your body. And you all believe me because you've all been doing it. And you go, oh, she's right. So, you know, thin skin, lines and wrinkles, all the rest of it, acne, psoriasis, eczema, it's all to do with something going on with these all-important organs inside the body. The more you strengthen the organs and then use the gua shas to bring the circulation up to the surface of the skin and enable the free flow of chi and blood around the body and orbit yourself around your high emotions and your high virtues, that is going to give you the results that you want. That is what we do. That is Self-Care September, okay? Stay in your high virtue. Do Qigong every day. Make time to be in nature. Follow the eating practices. Follow the 80-20 rules. These are the things that are going to make you feel well. And they're going to make your life enjoyable. Again, I'm back onto my pleasure theme again today. It allows your life to be livable. Just change direction. Breathe out. Really keep your body tight. Breathe in. There is no point living if we're not enjoying the process. That doesn't mean to sort of live with wanton abandon and not really care about anything. That's too much the other way. It's about finding enjoyment in your life, being grateful, enjoying aspects of what you're doing, being kind then to other people, being settled in yourself and then looking after those around you. Breathe in. And down. Right, now let's go to our swimming dragon. Yeah, we've got 2 new trainers this week that I know the Qigong have been just making sure that they're ready to go to the broader group. So we have lovely Jess, who's picking up the 12 rivers so that Aaron can focus more on the animals and do the master flows. And he'll do heaven and earth. And then we have Sandra, who does all the meditations and the breath. Really brilliant. I shall be doing all of those classes, starting with the animals next week. I will be slowly doing Jess's classes as well, and Sandra's. There, just allow that swimming dragon. If you can't move as much, stay with your stomach engaged. Just go slowly. Stay at torso level if you can't move. If you've got impaired movements, just stay like this. This is fine. But this is fine as long as you're really moving. You're not just going, if you're going like this, you're not really going to get anything. But if you're engaging the muscles, just allow that. There. And down we go. If you can go down, take it down. Allow it to work at the backs of the legs. That's the bladder channel. Remember, this is a water move. This is all about strengthening the kidneys. They're about your energy, your life, the aging process. It keeps you young. Not that we want to be young specifically, but we want to look young with our skin and our sagging bits and our thinning hair and all that stuff. We'd like that to look all right. So these are the exercises that help maintain those looks whilst we gain wisdom, which is the benefit of aging. Wisdom is what we get as we get older, and what we're cultivating by transcending the trials and tribulations of life and navigating them successfully with the high virtues of the soul, with compassion and kindness and integrity and joy and the path of righteousness. As we practice that and it gets easier, life gets better. That is the absolute benefit of aging, and my goodness me, thank God for that. Because my 20s were horrendous. I am so glad that I'm in my late 40s. So, oh, thank God. This is so much easier than it was then. Because you've got experience, you've got wisdom, and you cultivate it. Amen to that. So the great thing about these exercises is that you can sort of cling on to your youthful looks and look lovely whilst being terribly wise and being able to navigate. Thank goodness. That is what's called a win-win. Thank you, Chinese medicine, for these great exercises that will give us that. Right, just do one more round. Really enjoy. Smile. Smile. Breathe. Remember, it's all about pleasure today. I think the motto today is, if it's not pleasurable, don't do it. That is what needs to be on my checklist. Catherine, if you could just make a note of that, because we've got to put this checklist together shortly. So basically, the checklist is, if it's not pleasurable, we're not doing it. There we go. That's my advice for self-care September. Right, let's just go now. Talking pleasurable. Right, this is my hard bit here, and I'm really working on it in preparation for animals, because I know Aaron's going to make me be doing this a lot, and I'm thinking, I can't do it. Too stiff. So let's get down into our horse stance. There we go. And then we just stretch. Breathe. A note on farting, by the way, because it popped up a minute ago, is that you might find that you do fart during these lessons. And that's okay. In Chinese medicine, we literally call them evil winds. We really do. And in Mantak Chia's book, he's got a picture of the 5 key organs in the body, sort of as a cartoon, looking a bit sickly, going bleh, retching out evil winds. So actually, the fact, if anyone does fart in these classes, it's a good thing. Okay, it means you're shifting evil wind out of the body. I know, right? It does, and it's really good for you. So when we're doing all those breathing exercises, we're going to go and all that business, getting it out the other end, no bad thing. Just next time you fart, think about your Waya Buddha. Okay, there we go, and have a little laugh. And replace the evil wind with some endorphin. How about that? And you'll feel better. And breathe and stretch. Oh, I love this exercise so much. Everyone's now confessing to farting. That's okay, folks. That's why we like doing this from home. They're no longer farts, they're evil winds. And we've got rid of them. And we're replacing them with endorphins. Always think about that Waya Buddha. Always be thinking about, what do you want in that cup? If you know your body is full of chi, okay, and blood. What do you want circulating in that? What patterns of behaviour? What thought patterns? How do we want to feel? You are in complete control. It's just about understanding what the rules of the game and how to navigate, and then it just takes a bit of practice. It's easy for me to spout off and tell you all about it, okay, but it's much harder to actually do it. That's why it's called practice. That's why we meet every day and do it together, and we gather and we join, and then it all feels a bit easier because we have a community. So do please join the Qigong if you haven't already, because there's a whole amazing community of people there who are really looking after each other and sharing their experiences and really working on it. And I tell you, today I will be joining it myself because I'm finally going back onto Facebook. You have made me face my fear. And I'm going back after my cyberbullying experience of many years ago. So I'm like, oh, okay. So Amanda is going to hold my hand and I should be entering into the Qigong. So please be nice to me. And I'm only going into the Qigong. I'm not doing anything else. Our Facebook is not my thing, okay? So, but I will be there later. We will give you extra special attention because you're committed members of the Qigong. Ooh, there we go. Right. You see now there's the dynamic. I've got light sweat and I'm not out of breath, but you can hear that I've been working. That's when Qigong starts to become like cardiovascular. Okay, that at that point, right? So just put your hands on your abdomen, go around clockwise. Let's just get that energy into the tummy. Breathe. Okay, the other way. You're so welcome. Jan's saying she loves it so much. I love it so much. Thank you for joining me. It wouldn't be as much fun if we weren't all doing this together. Sorry, I'm finding it really hard to read the screen. Oh, weight training for bone health. Well, I don't really get involved in all of this stuff because you just don't need to do it. It's unnecessary. Weight training, the Chinese would be like, oh my God, because it's really bad on the joints. And you can work on the joints doing really interesting like flick moves instead, and there's a whole different approach to the whole thing. So now you've just done your tummy rubbing, just use a loosely clenched fist or your tapper. Basically, suffice to say that all of the exercise that we've sort of grown up with in the West, the Jane Fonda workouts and bodybuilding and running marathons and all this stuff, I'm just like, just dump it back in the 20th century, okay? The best thing that you can possibly do for your body is Qigong, okay? And go for a walk each day in nature. That, and just moving the body around. Everything that I keep saying, which is get yourself into nature. If you're living in a city, which is, I know I'm in the city half the time, just try and get to a park or have house plants or have a little balcony. If you've got a little balcony, have a window box, stand next to trees, breathe them in. Get yourself into nature as much as possible. It's really good for you. Put some bird feeders out so that you can watch the birds. It's good stuff. Okay, it connects you. It connects you to the universe and you are connected to it. And then wake up each morning, do the Qigong if you possibly can. If this class time isn't right for you, do yesterday's class. It's always the same old stuff. We're always laughing. There's always something funny going on. Do the class. Add these exercises into your daily life. Okay, take a tapper, have it at your desk. Go the long way round to the loo. When you're waiting for the kettle to boil, do one of these exercises, okay? Add them in. If you do a few minutes several times a day of these exercises, you've practically done 90 minutes. 60 minutes on top of this, okay? And then if you've done your heaven and earth and your 12 rivers, do them before bed. Go to bed earlier, okay? These are all my self-care September tips. Catherine, we need to write all these down with Tunu afterwards and put them up. So what am I saying you to do? Follow the eating advice, 80-20. Eat regularly. Think about what you're putting into your body. Eat as high quality food. Eat seasonally. Think about the cruelty factor involved in the food, where it's coming from, the pesticides. Try and eat locally, try and eat healthily. Try and eat 80-20. 80% absolutely spot on, 20% wiggle room, little bit of what you fancy does you good, okay? The occasional glass of wine is fine, carbs are fine, it's all about digesting things properly. Chew your food. Look at the digestion chapter in the book. Look at the spleen fact sheet in terms of how to eat. Don't put ice in your drinks. Try not to drink fluids when you're eating. Those kinds of things. Then add your Qigong each morning. Do the breathing exercises. Make time to meditate. Don't watch that extra episode of Netflix. That's the killer. Switch it off at 9:30. Go upstairs. Do your ablutions. Comb in the shower. Gua sha your chest before bed. Foot wash before sleep. Don't be like me last night and not do it and then wake up in the middle of the night and say, oh, didn't listen to myself. Foot bathe before you go to sleep. Gua sha in the shower in the morning. Okay? Doing all of those things makes a massive difference. It's not about a single bullet of one thing, okay? It is a slow accumulation of many different little strands that knit into one great plait all together, which, if you combine everything, will give you an incredible new lease of life, okay? And if you can do the 12 rivers or the heaven and earth, or you can join me an hour next week on the animals, do so. Or Sandra's meditation classes, so she can actually teach you how to do it. It's really not that difficult. And it will make a massive difference to how you feel. And it's not just about self-care, September. It's about self-care full stop. It's about looking after yourself and enjoying your life and taking pleasure in yourself and your life and enjoying the feeling of self-care, because it's not onerous. It's lovely. So on that note, all that stuff, we will put up into some kind of checklist for you up onto the stories today, okay? And then the lovely lady in the Chigang had also put up a whole great September calendar with a whole tick list next to it. Brilliant idea. But to be honest, that almost needs to be like a day chart, and it's just like, and you wipe it off each night and then you re-tick it off the next day. These are really useful things to do, and you will get the figure that you want. If you're standing here looking at me thinking, oh yes, well I just want to lose weight. Okay, I have been there, I know, but I can promise you that the exterior body is the reflection of the interior health. You focus on those all essential organs, you give them what they need, and your exterior body will come to life, especially if you're nudging it along with tapping and combing and gua sharing, okay? So there we go, that's it for today. Thank you all so much. What's that? What time is Qigong next week? Oh, sorry. It is 8 o'clock. We have decided to just keep it at the same time. Because to be honest with you, I can't really get up any earlier and be on form, because I have to say that 8 o'clock is just right. It means I can get up at sort of 7:15 and do all the things I need to do and just about be on time. And I think 7:45 is just going to be too much for me. So, and there were so many different people wanting different times that we thought, you know what, we're going to do 8 o'clock. I'm going to aim the class more at the wider audience, so I'm less focusing on the comments, guys, okay? But you've got Catherine and Jules will be supporting you there, so all your questions and things will be answered. I'm going to lead the class to the IGTV and the YouTube audience, so hi everyone, because we've got people all over the world, all different times of day wanting this lesson. So you know what? It goes up every morning at 8 and it's there. We're going to pull out the highlights, put them up onto the stories. We're going to make you laugh. And then you'll see me obviously on a Wednesday night for the live clinics and Sunday Night Live, which will be this weekend. So that's my plan. And then, of course, there's all of the stuff going on over now on Hey You Fit, which is now a thing. It now actually has been launched. I thought it had launched yesterday, but it hadn't. Jules is like, Katie, stop talking, but I hadn't seen her say it. Anyway, it is now live. So enjoy, folks, because we're very proud of it, and it's here to serve you. Thank you all so much. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you on Sunday night for Sunday Night Live.